Hula Bienvenidos a las Minutos Triviales. Mi nombre es Niel Roma. It means, hello everyone, welcome to Trivia Minute. Today is June 22, 2023. We will investigate the graffiti arts and the artists in every country. Live in Mexico, so this is my discovery in this country. As you can see, the title of the art is The Arsenal or Evidence of Murder by Diego Rivera in 1928. Many of Diego Rivera paintings depicted Mexican history and society, especially the 1910 Mexican Revolution. The mural in the Arsenal from 1928 is no exception. Detail in the Arsenal artwork depicted her shows Frida Kahlo while she is hanging out munition to revolutionary soldiers to the fight right there. Tina Midowit and her lover Julio Antonio Mila, a Cuban revolutionary. Only few years later, Mila was shot in the street while walking with Tina, so she was accused having hired the killer. Thanks for the influence of Diego Rivera, she was freed by charges. The reason why I like this artwork, so many mean to me because the art represent right now is our political country is so injustice. It can easily accused by a crime you did not do, like a theft or murder. The reason why people become a communist and rebel. This art has deep meaning because the interpretation of this artwork was a murder of Julio Antonio Mila. That inspires me about the political terms. Even they can hide their wrongdoings, but the truth can made by the art and interpret the injustice of the country. Like a Diego Rivera's artwork is related to today's generation and what's happened today in the society. If you don't have a wealth, so the justice is not favored to you. Today I will ask my team what is their chosen country and what's the graffiti arts they choose. Let's start in Mr. Andales. So Mr. Andales, how are you doing right there?
Hola, bienvenido to Morano, Brazil. I'm Senor Andales and this is my choose graffiti report. The title of the art is About Dios or the Hand of God by Eduardo Cobra 2020. You can see in the artwork of mural depicting a large hand reaching down from the sky. The hand is likely portrayed in vibrant color and intricate patterns. Also, there is another hand which is under the water. The hand color is blue that's surrounded by a dark color of water. Among Dios or the hand of God by Eduardo Cobras, most autobiographical work. A mural that extended 33 meters up in the air and tells the story of the artist's personal struggles. In 2020, Cobras' death were received during the pandemic. He suffered of shortness of breath, chest pain, and can't eat properly. 8 months later, he had lost his newborn baby. All of the difficulties that Cobras experienced, he started to overcome only when he felt the hand of God. The water represents the artist's difficulties, and the hand that appears in the water is Cobra's hand, which God is rescuing him from that place. God gave him hope and new lease of life. The vibrant colors and ethnic pattern is the characteristic of Cobra's style, which invoke positivity, unity, and cultural diversity. Despite that the art is portraying the personal struggles of the artist himself, I believe that this is a universal theme. It gives a common message to us that every time we struggle or experience difficulties, the only solution to overcome it is through prayers. God listens, God helps, and gives a hand to rescue us. That is why I choose this art, because the meaning of it and the message to the people. It's a beautiful art. Este relatorio do, Senor Andales, back to you, Neil.
Wow, such a wonderful journey in Brazil, Mr. Andales. Today we will hear fresh news from USA, so Ms. Perez, come in.
Coming to you live in New York City, I am Joan Margot A. Perez, and I will be covering one of the world's most greatest mural graffitis in the world. As you can see, we are at Upper Manhattan where the Algonquin Mural Project is located, and this one is called the Birds of America. The birds North America, and his goal was to offer a beautiful monument to the varied splendors of American nature. These birds in the picture, or the mural, are littered and imperiled by the society. These paintings of birds are imperiled birds which beautify buildings throughout the city, providing a catalyst of beautiful artworks. The movement and campaign is for birds who are in danger of climate change and other pollutions, and prints available at America. I chose this graffiti art because of its meaning, wherein John Adolfo reached out to different artists to create a splendid campaign to save all the birds that are affected by climate change and other pollution. That's all. This has been Miss Perez. Back to you, Neil.
Such a creative arts down there. So next, we'll know the information he gathered in Spain. So Mr. Feliz Coso, come in.
Buenas noches a todos. Mi nombre es Roy. Yes, thank you so much for that one, Mr. Neil. And yeah, I'm live here at Barcelona, Spain, one of the most famous artwork named the mural Kiss. But this is actually titled as The World Begins and Never Kiss. In this artwork, yes, this is not just a simple artwork, but this is one very, I don't know, this is kind of hard to hear, but yeah, they've collected 4,000 pictures just to create this unique one. Artwork is not just about paintings or whatnot, but also a collection of pictures that creates a big picture, a bigger picture that will give you a big impact. And yes, you want to know a bit of history on this one? Definitely, I can tell you some of the history on it. This romantically named mural near the Cathedral de Barcelona was only meant to be a temporary exhibition. It was unveiled in 2014 for the 300th anniversary of September 11, 1740, a day known as Catalan Day or La Diada, which commemorates Catalan surrender in the War of Spanish Succession. Now, why Kiss? Might wonder why Kiss? Well, for others, or for them in Spain, Kiss symbolizes freedom, affection, and empathy. Well, for me as well, I do also say that Kiss symbolizes freedom, because just like how this was being titled, the world began with every kiss, or the world begins with every kiss. Yes, we do begin something out of a single kiss that will give a big impact to your lives.
That's great journey in Spain, Mr. Feliz Coso. Today, we will hear the news around the Europe. So Mr. Rezabal, come in.
Bonjour, Rabinico Rebangre. I'm Maria Jane Sabal, live in Paris, the city of love, where we can found his artwork. As you can see, the artwork shows the smiling face of Bob Marley. The face was highlighted by the artist using black and white, which makes it seem appealing and sharper. Even the wall where the art is painted, the texture appears smooth. Since black and white art is more classic, straightforward, and gives the impression that is deeper. To sum it up, all the elements and principles come together to create this magnificent artwork. Even the artist of this artwork is not famous, but he painted the face of Bob Marley because he is a famous Jamaican singer who popularized the music about reggae. He has a lot of contribution in the music industry that he paved a way for Jamaican community to influence and promote to others about their culture and Rastafarianism through using lyrical rhetoric, knowing that Jamaican people experience discrimination due to their race, color, and gender. The artwork depicts how Bob Marley happy since he gives a huge impact not only to the Jamaican people but also to others as well. In addition, I chose this graffiti because Bob Marley didn't write songs about theory, speculation, or simple form of compassion. These songs were recollections about how he had spent time with the poor, witnessed oppressors, and oppressed. And the worst part was someone tried to kill him. His body of work of music endures unlike any others we've ever heard because of his ability to convey all of this real and in a perspectable ways. I'm Mariel Jane Sabal. Back to you, Neil.
Wow, that's extremely unique arts in Europe. Now we will hear. And how are you, Miss Omar?
The surrounding skyscrapers and the architecture of the intake structure itself influence the subject matter of the mural. A yellow-colored character in brightly mismatched clothes who appears to have squeezed himself in between the towering buildings that surround him. The context of the artwork is as a mural that was physically conceived to be temporary even before any notion of this imagery came into play. The destruction of this site-specific work was inevitable. The giant of Boston, the ability of the temporary art became a mirror to local politics. This project can be seen as an example in which the art institution, in an attempt to bring urban art into productive and interactive landscape. I chose this art, the Giant of Boston, because had been discovered by equally yellow media types. The Barefoot Boy had been transformed into danger in this birthplace or democracy, and a small media generated dust bowl was kicked up. This is Miss Omar. Back to you, Neil.
That's a wonderful discovery, Miss Omar. So today, lastly from the list, so Mr. Villarta, how's your tour in UK?
I'm fine, Mr. Neil. I enjoy travel this place. This time, I have found something caught my eye. The title of this street art is The Little Girl with the Balloon, by an artist named Robin Cunningham, known anonymously back as Banksy. He is the one of the most famous artists in the world. Banksy has been creating works of art all over the world for more than 23 years. The primary characterization of his works is ability to provoke. The British artist works mainly with spray cans and slim shells. That is the first before he begins painting. In 2002, he created one of the most recognizable works, The Little Girl with a Balloon in London. This little girl in black dress leads her balloon far away. And Banksy writes next to the top, "There is always hope." It's his way of saying that she will never give up. Everything seems to be worse. In 2018, during an auction for a silk-screen version, the works have struck a few seconds after the auctioneer's hammer hit. This is one of the biggest artistic scandals. I choose this artwork because I was searching for famous street arts. I came across upon this picture and read more about it. I never realized that the artist left a lot meaning behind his simplicity. As you can see, the artwork is just a girl and a balloon. With the small message, there is hope. Whenever people, especially those who are going through tough times, would come across the artwork, they would find motivation and continue to live on. This is Mr. Vidanta reporting back to you, Neil.